Hey there everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today we are going to create a mood board in Figma, and let's discuss why it is important and the things you should include in it. Hey guys, if you're new to this channel, I'm Franz Escolastico, a full-stack designer based here in the Philippines. And before we jumped in, let's take a look at what you did on our first assignment in creating wireframes. Great job everyone, and I hope you learned something and enjoyed the process of creating wireframe. So, on to the next one. So when starting a new web design project, one of the first things that you need to do is establish a clear visual direction. And that is where Moodboard comes in. A moodboard is a collection of visual elements such as colors, typography, images, and patterns that help establish the overall aesthetic and feel of a website. So creating a moodboard allows you to experiment with different ideas and concepts before committing to a final design. It's a great way to communicate your vision to clients and stakeholders and to get feedback on your ideas. So by creating a mood board, you can ensure that everyone is on the same page about the direction of the website or the project, and that the final design will meet the client's expectations. So in addition, a mood board can also serve as a useful reference throughout the design process. It can help you stay on track and make sure that the design stays true to the original concept. So I'm going to quickly show you what I did in the past on my past clients, and this is more of like a stylescape. It's more of like an enhanced mood board with all of the elements that I've indicated here, and this is more of what we're going to do, but more of like an organized way of showing a mood board, a simple version of these examples. So here, the first one for fish tank, and this another one for a choir group in Manila. As you can see, all of the color palette that I've used, the fonts, imagery, the icons. Another one here. So here you can see or visualize the look and feel of what we're going to create on a website. So that's just the example, and now we're going to create our own. So now let's create our own mood board. So the theme here, or our client, or fake client, will be a vegan product. It's an organic vegan restaurant. So let's start with creating our frame. So this is we're not going to have a standard size of the frame, so let's just start with this size there. So let's say Love Vegan. So that's the name of the restaurant. And of course, supposed to be you have a brief or overview of the restaurant or the company. So we're going to start with the color palette, and then the fonts, some imagery, and maybe some icons that we're going to use, some inspirational icons. So let's start with having the logo. So let's say they already have a logo, but yeah, for this example, of course, we don't have their logo because it's just a fake client. So Let's use first the Playfair display. And let's see, yeah, extra ball italic. So let's set this as an example of their logo first. There. So in creating mood board, it is recommended or best to have the logo of the client or the company. So now we have that, and our next thing to do is having maybe a short description of the company or their niche, something like that. But yeah, as for this example, we're just going to have a placeholder text, or yeah, fake text, lorem ipsum. So to do that, we are going to have, let's just change the font for now into light and set to 30. So let's just type just 3 words or 4 words for now, and we're going to use a plugin called lorem ipsum. What else? So just click run, and let's set a sentences of 2 and then click generate, or maybe just auto generate. It will be based on the size of the frame. Auto generate. So now we have the sample description or overview of the company. Okay, maybe extra light. Yep. So we have now the logo and the text. So the next thing that we're going to do is the color palette. And of course, we are exploring their brand and their website. So we're now after having their brief information, of course, you will now have an ideas of what colors we're going to use on their website. But of course, if they have like a brand or a brand guidelines, then you're going to focus and explore more on their guidelines or on their brand. So to help us on creating a color palette, we are using coolers as to generate the palette. So onto your browser, just type coolers.co here, and we can now generate color palettes based on the overview of our client, the Love Vegan. And yeah, if they have like a brand guidelines and they already have the color palette, then we can explore more of that by using this website. So let's click start the generator. And since it's a vegan, so it's more of greens, yellows, orange, maybe something nude colors. And we can actually explore by hitting the space bar, but it will take a while before we hit the right colors, right? So we're now going to search for a keyword by clicking the explore, and here maybe nature. Yep. So actually this is like in line with the vegan products. So it has the keywords that I mentioned earlier. The greens, we have the nude, the yellow, the orange. So maybe we can use this one and add more on Figma, the neutral colors like the white and the black for our text. But now this one is perfect. So what we're going to do is hit export, and you can choose from several options, but now I'm just going to use or export this as image, and let's name it Love Vegan Palette. And you can choose the color space here, if hex or RGB, CMYK, but now we need the hex code, so hex, and click export. So now that we've exported the color palette, let's go back to Figma. And let's just drag our color palette here. There. You can actually paste this file here if you want. There. Or if you want something like what I did before, it's more of like a creative presentation of the color palettes, then we just need to create some shapes. So let's say ellipse. So here, so let's copy the so instead of just typing the hex code, we will just use the eyedrop tool. There. And let's duplicate this. And then copy. So that's our main colors for Love Vegan product, Love Vegan company. And we will actually add 2 more colors, the neutral colors. The black, but it's not pure black. We'll use 2E, 2E. And the white, off-white. There. So we already completed the color palette inspiration for Love Vegan. And you can actually just move this here and just resize this if you want to showcase this one as well to your client as for the reference of the color palette, so to visualize more instead of having this small circle. So it's up to you if you want to showcase that, but for me this one will works better. So now we will choose the fonts or the typography combinations. So right now we're just using the Playfair display, but let's just explore more about this. And of course, if it's a Love of Vegan or a vegan company or a product, it's more of like a sophisticated type of text that we need to use, right? So more of like a combination of sans serif and a serif font. So to do that, we will be exploring in Google Fonts since it's free. But yeah, it's up to you if you want to use a paid font. But of course, you will need to ask it first to your client. So here, so we're now here in fonts.google.com, and we can actually type something here to visualize more of what it will look like to our text. I unchecked the display, handwriting, and monospace because we are not going to use that categories. So we are going to retain the serif and sans serif. And we're just going to pick 2 type of fonts. So the more of like a modern one for the description, the body text, and the other one, the sophisticated font for our headlines. So the other one font that I think it will be good in our headline will be the Libre Baskerville. So let's just open this in new tab to see closely. So yeah, I think it will be a good font to our headline. So let's maybe have another one just to compare these two. So this one is Nanum Myeonjo. So I think this is like an interesting font. There. It's more similar to Libre Baskerville, but this one is having like a thin fonts that I think it's more sophisticated compared with Baskerville. So maybe let's go with Nanum, and let's just close this. So you can download this font family if it's not registered on your computer. So yep, I think this is still not registered to my computer, so I'm going to download this first. So I have now installed this font, the Nano, for our headline. So now we're going to pick for our body text or the description. So our minor font or subheadings. So let's just close this browser and look for our second font. So I uncheck the serif category and leave the sans serif. So for this one, actually you can use other modern and simple type of fonts that is already uploaded to your computer or already on your default fonts. But I think for this project, we can just explore more for our second font style. So here we have the railway. So let's take a closer look on railway. So I think this is a good one, especially the light and the light italic up to the regular. So I think we can use this. So let's look for another one to compare with railway. So I think railway will do good for our sub font. So I already have this on my computer, so I don't need to download it from Google. So let's just go back now to our Figma file, and here maybe we can already change this to our headline fonts. Okay, and maybe we can adjust the size up to 100. There. And this one will be railway. So to include our font styles here, we are going to have something. Let's just have this as it's too big, so we have just a 70 and set this as 25. Okay, so to explore more of our font, let's copy this first. And I usually have the ABCs to visualize the font and to spread those out, the letters. So let's have this on all in caps lock. So ABCD. And we are going to have like a title here or a label, something like the name of the font. So Nano Myon Cho. It's really hard to pronounce. And let's just use our own or our internal font. So let's use my font, which is Sophia Pro. And let's have this caps lock and adjust this to 25 because this is just a label. And we will adjust the transparency to 50. There. And another one will be the numbering. So we'll just a 1 up to 10. and let's make it smaller. 40. There you go. There. And then we'll just group this and duplicate. And now on the second one will be our sub font. So that's going to be Railway. Let's change this to Railway regular. Also this one to Railway regular. There you go. So now we have our headline and our sub text. You can also have you can also indicate that this is for our headline and this is for our sub font or main font. There you go. So we now have the color and our text. Oops. Okay. So what else what we've missed on our mood board will be the imagery, of course. So we are going to look for Unsplash. There. And you can actually type vegan. So we'll just have to download several images, but the shortcut way to do that is to install the plugin called Unsplash, of course, and click run. And you can actually search the specific images directly into Figma. So let's type vegan and there. So instead of downloading it outside or on the browser, so just upload or install the Unsplash. But before that, let's have some rectangles and we will just drag those images into our shapes, into our rectangles. So maybe on this side, then another one here. Just the main thing here is to explore and be creative onto your mood board. So there are no rules in creating mood board as long as it's the content is in line with the company's overview or the client's overview. So what else? So maybe another one here that is there. So for now, let's just use that. So let's run this Unsplash. Type vegan. I always take a lot of time in selecting images because that's the main the main ingredient of the mood board, the images, right? So you have to spend some hours in picking the right images onto your mood board, so the client will be enticed with the content. So maybe we can have this here, but let's just crop this so it will fit the shape there. So we now have 3 images for our mood board and it's all coming good now, but it's still it has a potential to look great So maybe we can add icons, right? That we're going to use. So to do that, you can use other websites like nouns or other similar to nouns, or just have a plugin. Just search for a plugin that runs icons. So I have here the phosphor icon, so let's use that one. So run that plugin. So maybe let's search something that we can use on our Love Vegan website. I think this will do for now. So we're going to tweak these icons to match our theme or our mood board by having some background shape, maybe ellipse behind, something maybe that. And we can actually use this, or that one. Since the greens, we are going to use that for our CTA call to action. So that will work. Then we'll just duplicate this and use this to the rest of our icon. So there you go, we have now our set of icon inspirations, and let's have this on this side there. So what we're going to do more is add some images and some background shapes. So let's run again our Unsplash plugin, type vegan. So maybe we can use this person drinking her smoothie because of the tone of the image. That's why I chose this image. Or maybe this pizza will do. This is more of in line with the colors. So yeah, I think we're getting there, right? So we have now the look and feel of what we're going to create as a website, and maybe what's missing are the shapes. So we can use this color to spread out here in our frame. So maybe have this and set this color as this. Yep. So yeah, I think this will do good onto our presentation to our Love Vegan client. So let's just adjust them. And so this is more of like the basic creative mood board that you can design on your own, but again, feel free to add more elements like what I did in Sapphire Medicals, where I include the buttons and other text. So we can actually add more words here, like I forgot to add that. Can actually add like organic, just to represent what Love Vegan is. So it's more of like a keyword of the product, and we'll just use our own fonts for this one. Maybe something healthy and also So, organic, healthy, natural. So yeah, those are the keywords for Love Vegan. So there you go. So you can now present that to your client as you can say something that this is the will be the look and feel of the website. So starting with your logo, and here is your brief description of the product or of the company, and here are the some inspirational color palette that we can use on your brand, and here are the font style that we can use as the main font for the headlines, and the sub font for our regular text for the description, body copy, and here are the set of images that we can use to in line with the rest of the pages of your website. So we can use something, this imagery, floating food set on the yellow background, and here something like a sepia mode, sepia effect of the images. So there you go. So we now have our set of example icon style that we can use on the website. And we also have some keywords that we're going to use on our website, like organic, healthy, and natural. So that's the look and feel of what we're trying to create on your website. So something like that. So explore more on the wordings and phrases that you can include into your presentation as the mood board. And yeah, again, you can feel free to add more for this kind of a mood board, or what I call stylescape. So yep, I think that's it for this episode, the creating of the mood board. And yeah, so just explore and be creative in designing a mood board for your project. So now that you have an idea on how to design a creative and competitive mood board to showcase it to your clients or create on your own as your personal portfolio, it's now time again to create your second homework. So I want you to create your own mood board by choosing a specific, let's say a product, maybe it's under food industry, or maybe it's an event, a place, or an app, or maybe a Web3, crypto, NFT, anything, any products that you want to showcase and create a mood board. It's up to you. And choose one of them and create a mood board based on what you selected. So no judgment here. The goal is for you to spread those ideas by forming into a creative mood board. I would love to see what you've done by sharing into our Discord server or Discord community. And if you're still not there yet, the link is on the description below. Or better yet, if you have a TikTok account and you're following me there, just mention and tag me so I can watch what you did on the mood board process. On our next episode, we are going to create a systematic and organized design system that is going to be really exciting. So I hope you enjoy and learn something from today's episode. And if you like this video, of course, you know the drill. Don't forget to smash the like button. And of course, subscribe to my channel for more upcoming episodes about the Figma tutorials from beginner to advanced, and for upcoming helpful videos. See you in the next one. Bye!
I wanna be a weekend lover. Yeah, I'ma be the best damn lover you got. I wanna mess up your cover.